Jen here with another YA book review for you. This is The Best Kind of Magic by Crystal Satari. I'm going with Satari. I believe this is her debut novel, and it follows Amber Sand, who is, well, she's from a lineage of witches, except she doesn't have any really witchy powers. Her power is that she is a matchmaker. So when she looks into someone's eyes, she can see whoever their match is going to be, and she can see the person in like episodes from when the two people are together. And basically, at first the story was a little bit hard to get into, but I was following it up from reading a book that is by one of my favorite authors and that I really enjoyed. But once I got into it, it started getting better and more interesting. Amber is a senior in high school. There's an antagonist, Ivy. Ivy is a siren, so she's like the blonde, perfect cheerleader stereotype. What ends up happening is Amber, a childhood friend of hers named Charlie, his father is the mayor, and he comes to Amber's mother, Lucille, for help locating someone. But the person can evade her like locator spells and stuff. So separately, his son Charlie, who you know, is like the too cool for school kind of kid in high school who all the girls are in love with, Amber doesn't really talk to him, even though their parents are really good friends, and even though they were friends when they were really small. He approaches her and wants to know if the missing woman, who is his future stepmom, is his father's match or not. So basically that goes through a series of adventures that draw Charlie and Amber closer together. Amber's best friend, Amani, is a precog, so she can see into the future, but she represses her gift, so there's a little bit of a storyline regarding that. And then one of the downfalls of Amber being a matchmaker is she can't see her own match. So issues start to arise when she sees Charlie's match in his eyes, but then the other issue is she starts having some issues with her matchmaking in regards to her best friend, Amani. So the message is very sweet about living in the moment, you know, and that we all have separate journeys, and sometimes our journeys cross paths for a short while and sometimes for a longer while. The story ends a little bit unresolved. We're starting to learn stuff about Amber's mother as the story comes to a close, and about, you know, her witchy past and things that have happened to her that Amber doesn't know about. And the immediate conflict is resolved regarding Charlie's future stepmom being missing, so that plot line is resolved. But I do know that there's a second book. I think it's called The Sweetest Kind of Fate. Yeah, The Sweetest Kind of Fate. I don't know if there's going to be more books in this. You know, there is a little bit of a storyline that needs to be tidied up, because we want to know obviously what happens with Amber and Charlie, if Amani is going to start using her gift more, you know, what's up with Amber's mom's past and things like that. So this is a cute read. It takes place in, I want to say Chicago. I think it takes place, it's called Windy City Magic. So it takes place in Chicago. Their shop is located on a pier. So, you know, it's kind of about this underworld of Chicago that's magic based with witches and goblins and leprechauns and vampires. And, you know, Amber's always pointing out people who might have fairy blood or pixie blood or giant blood and things like that. So it's a very cute read. I enjoyed it. I laughed sometimes because Amber's inner dialogue is humorous. I really liked Charlie. There wasn't any characters I really couldn't stand. I mean, except for the antagonist for her mother, which is Victoria. She was kind of annoying, and Ivy's pretty stereotypically annoying, but I feel like it kind of makes it better because she's a siren and it's like what she does. So overall, this was a cute read. On Goodreads, I'm going to give it 4 stars, but for me, it's about like 3.75. Like I said, I did follow it after reading a book that was a 5-star read for me that really, you know, moved me and is by one of my favorite authors. So it's a little hard to go into another book after that. But overall, I really enjoyed it, and I will be reading the second one. In the meanwhile, happy reading and happy writing.